Ready? Okay, so I'm Roger, and we got our second clutch this year, so I'm going to show you what we've got. Daddy was a piebald pastel het xanthic, and so this is Happy. Nice big daddy. We'll breed him again this year. He's our main stud, and he's going to have 3 ladies this fall. All right, so that's Daddy, and I'm going to show you Mama. So Penny, really excited about this one. This starts our entire project. We bred a couple of pets, but now we're actually breeding our main project, where I'm looking for some piebald xanthics, and I'll be able to get some lightning pieds out of this. So I'm taking Penny off her eggs here. Hopefully she forgives me for that. Oh my gosh, those are beautiful. White, clearly fertilized, and I'm checking her belly to make sure there's nothing in there, but I can already see how thin she is. All those eggs have come out. Oh my gosh, and she did so good. Look at this. I was hoping for 6 eggs. I've got 8 eggs. All right, so I'm gonna take them out. Ooh. All right, we're gonna put her in a cage so that she can relax a little bit. And I'm gonna get those out. And they're not connected at all. They're super fresh. We just watched her lay this morning. We got up about 7 o'clock and she was in the middle of laying, so we let her finish up. Then she's looking for those eggs. Well, they're gone, sweetheart. All right, so we got her put away for now. We'll let her back in her cage. We're gonna clean it up real nice. Well, let's move on and see these eggs. So before I move them at all, I'm gonna mark them so we know where the top is. So I'm getting myself a Sharpie. I'm gonna mark right on the top here. So I'm just going and I'm gonna number them so I can keep them straight. So I'm gonna do a 1, 2, right on top, 3, 4, oops, that's almost a 5, 6. You can see how fresh they are. They're just rolling everywhere. 7, 8. I'll be able to keep them straight as I touch them later when they start to hatch. All right, so we're gonna move them over to their bucket. Actually, before we move them, I'm gonna get it ready. So we're gonna take us a bucket, and since there's 8 of them, I'm gonna use a little bit bigger bucket. And we're gonna have to measure out our perlite and our water in basically equal parts. So first I'm gonna put my bucket on here, zero it out. We're gonna add about 300 grams of perlite. So this right here you can get at any hardware, at any home improvement store. Home Depot sells it. We get ours online, and it's actually made for reptiles, what we buy. And so I think it's a little bit cleaner, but honestly, I don't know. You may be just fine buying the stuff at Home Depot. So I'm going to 300 grams, which is quite a bit. Maybe I'll stop early. 200, we'll stop at 200. So anywhere between 150 and 300 is fine. You can see what I've got there. So I'm at 200 grams. It's actually 206. I'm gonna zero that out and start adding some water. What you're looking here for with the water is to make sure we're using distilled water, make sure we don't have any surprises in there. And we want the perlite to clump. That goes real quick. That's already 130. Maybe get close to 200. Okay, that's 220, so that's close enough. So we're gonna mix this up. We want it to clump, but when we squeeze it, we don't want it to drip. And if that's what you got, then you know you did a good job. I'm gonna show them in here. So you see how it's starting to clump as I squeeze it? That's about what you want. But there's not squeezing any liquid out. So it's moved already from a sandy texture to more of like almost a snowball texture. All right, so this is pretty much ready. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these grates on top, and what they're gonna do is make sure that the eggs, I guess I'll just be putting one, make sure that the snakes have somewhere to climb. This isn't a great fit. I was gonna use the smaller one, but I just don't think all those eggs will fit in there. So we're gonna do this. I'll wash off my hands and we'll put them in here. All right, so we're gonna pull them out, and they're detaching and rolling around so easy. Do not have to pull them out in order. Let's see where I knocked the top. I saw how he rolled, and that's what I don't want. Oh yeah, coming right apart. So last clutch, we actually, the last clutch, we were on vacation and came back 3 days later, and it was so hard to pull them apart that I didn't even try. I tried with one egg and didn't like how that felt, and didn't try again. All right. Yeah, these are a little more stuck together. And because this one is kind of up, I'm just gonna leave them as a unit here. Let them hatch like that. So my grate isn't totally covering the perlite, so my snakes will probably get a little dirty when they finally hatch, but that'll be fine. All right, and that's it. This is our clutch of piebald pastel mixed with het exanthic, and that's bred with our female, who's exanthic pinstripe inchy het piebald. So we're gonna get quite an interesting collection here.